Everyone is saying that Kajabi is a sinking ship. And honestly, if you saw what was circulating online in 2025, you would probably believe it too. But I work full-time in Kajabi every single day with multiple clients. And as a Kajabi expert who's been working in this platform and seeing a little bit more about what's happening with Kajabi than what you might find when you do a Google search, I'm seeing things a little bit different. And today, I want to share that with you. In 2025, Kajabi made several major business decisions almost back to back. They changed their prices on all of their plans. Now, Kajabi made this announcement on September 16th, 2025, and it was their first pricing update ever. They've been around for 11 years, and it's the first time they've increased their prices. So really no surprise there. Second, they changed their affiliate partner program, where they introduced a tiered commission structure with clear activity requirements, meaning that partners who didn't meet the thresholds could actually lose their eligibility, lose their commission, and even lose their legacy commission rate. So those two things kind of landed really close together, and the emotional response was pretty intense. A lot of creators started asking bigger questions of Kajabi. Do they still care about small businesses? Are they moving away from creators? Is this the beginning of the end? So that's kind of where this whole sinking ship narrative took hold. So here's what people aren't talking about online right now. At the beginning of 2026, Kajabi announced that the founder, Kenny Reuter, was returning as co-CEO alongside of Jonathan Cronstead, also known as J-Cron, who's actually been with Kajabi since 2011. They didn't just quietly step back in, though. They actually published a manifesto. You can grab the link for that in the description if you want to read it yourself. But in it, they made their position crystal clear. Kajabi is doubling down on human experts, real human experts, not AI-generated content, not generic course spam. Real expertise from real people who have something valuable to teach. They're calling out the shift happening in the creator economy right now, a shift away from AI slop and garbage and towards authenticity, toward human connection, toward creators who actually know what they're talking about. This isn't a company in collapse mode. This is a company that's coming back to its core values with the founder energy. Now, let me tell you what we're actually seeing on our end. We work directly inside of Kajabi accounts every single week. And I can confidently state that none of our done-for-you Kajabi service clients have left Kajabi during this period. Not one. Now, they are all established businesses. They have revenue-generating offers. They are able to sustain through these waves. They have active audiences that are ready to purchase. Obviously, there's going to be some people who have left Kajabi. They've moved on to other platforms, but we have not seen the mass exodus that the internet is saying is happening. We're just not seeing that from our perspective. Yes, of course, there are some people leaving, but those people tend to be kind of less established companies where that price is a bit of a challenge for them. And it just doesn't make sense for them. If your margins can't support the platform, then you're just going to have to make a different choice. But our clients, instead of leaving, they just adjusted their plans a little bit. They honed in on their offers. They optimized what they already had. And they're actually really excited about some of the new features that Kajabi has coming up. Now, what every creator really needs to remember is that Kajabi is a platform to house your content. It's the place to put your knowledge and deliver it to your people in an easy, streamlined manner that's really simple for people to consume. It allows you to free up your time and do things in a very systematic and streamlined way. But it's a container. If you have a relatively strong business and strong offers, and you're looking to grow your business, Kajabi can still be a very strong container to work within. But if you're not able to handle the pricing point, then maybe it's not for you right now, and that's okay, right? It doesn't mean that your business is weak, and it just means that you have to find the right tool for where you're at today. And maybe Kajabi is something that you come to in the future. So if you want to dig a little bit deeper into whether or not Kajabi is the best fit for you and for your business right now, I have a couple of videos on that, and you can find those links in the description below. Now, with all the negativity and kind of negative noise going on online through social media and blogs and all of that, what people are not actually announcing or even talking about is the fact that Kajabi is continuing to work on improving their core product. They actually just announced that they are now working in 6-week development cycles. And that allows for transparency where we can actually see what items they're working on during that 6-week period. So we can get a timeline of knowing when that new feature or that fix will be done. And that really helps us to be able to plan better in our businesses. If we can see a new feature is coming, we can plan accordingly to be able to use that feature in the near future instead of us just wondering wondering when it's going to come, or if they're even considering it, which is what it was like in the past. They now have this platform where they can get feedback from their users and implement it as quick as possible. So they've really improved their communication avenues for their users. And some of the updates that I have just seen in the past couple of weeks have been incredible. They've really enhanced the automations area in Kajabi. And they have branching logic and weight nodes, which allows for some excellent segmentation. And this feature is only available in the Growth and Pro accounts though. But this is huge, right? I've seen people actually leaving active campaign finally, which Kajabi's never been able to compete with, but now they can. They've also added in cohorts for coaching programs, and this helps people to move through course content kind of as a group with live video access within Kajabi, and then they can move together on a set schedule. And this is a super sought after feature. Kajabi is making so many more product improvements on the actual core products, and to me, that's not stagnation, it's an iteration with intention. So Kajabi, it's still a really strong choice if you want an all-in-one system, if you value stability over novelty, and you don't want to duct tape 5 tools together and you're really focused on scaling. Kajabi might be the right place for you, but it might not be right for you if you only use a small fraction of the platform. Okay, your margins can't support your current tier, or you're looking for a cheaper possible option. In either choice, it's not wrong, but leaving just because you're afraid, that's usually not a good idea. So if you've been on the fence about Kajabi, or if you've been hearing all the noise and wondering if it's still worth it, here's what I want you to know. Kajabi, it is still one of the most powerful all-in-one platforms for course creators, membership owners, and coaches who just want to scale. And right now, you can actually try it out for 45 days completely free using our link. Now, you can't get 45 days anywhere else. You might be able to get a 14-day one from Kajabi, or maybe even a 30. But this is the only place you can get 45 days free. And you can use this to set up your course, build your offers, test your funnels, and you can just see if Kajabi is the right fit for your business. And when you sign up with our link, you're going to get exclusive bonuses to help you get started in Kajabi as quick as possible. And these bonuses, they are designed to help you kind of skip that overwhelm and get your account set up the right way from day one. The link for the 45-day free trial and all the bonuses and the details is in the description below. In my opinion, Kajabi isn't a sinking ship. It went through a loud and uncomfortable transition in 2025, and yes, some people did leave. But at the beginning of 2026, the founder stepping back in with a really clear vision, a vision for real human experts, a vision for authenticity in a world that is completely drowning in AI-generated noise. Creators, they're continuing to scale in Kajabi for 2026, and many are very successful using Kajabi as their content container. So really, the question isn't whether Kajabi will survive. The real question is whether you're building a business that can survive change on any platform. Does your business have what it takes to ride the waves?